So guys, it's time for the weekly shots discovery. Let's go into it. Last week we had week 74, and week 74 included two interesting map numbers, but also it was the Formula E, the last Formula E week, and it is Wosile taking the win. Dara is getting a second place. He already won the previous one. And then Exosome is also in the top 3, Nico and Even 4th and 5th. Wosile was actually focusing on that and didn't get a good performance at EWC then. Let's see the records. I mean, map 1 was a very skill-based map, but quite difficult to hit the turns well. Wosile was managing to do that the best. And yeah, let's see. Full speed here, drift. I mean, it's obvious how to drive it. It was just very difficult to hit these corners. Especially the last one is just extremely tough. If you have a look at this last turn, you will notice the brake button goes into this, brakes first time, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So he braked 7 times in this one corner. And this is exactly the reason why this is so difficult. But also hitting this here inside is tough, but then these 7 brake taps to extend the drift. That's a very, very difficult thing, and we don't really have maps anymore that require that. They are not really built anymore. But yeah, very good performance there. And then he also got world record on map 2, and that's the reason why he won the week. Kept grip nicely, even is in front actually. And then this transition here, amazing. Inside line and bomb, it's by 200s. Keeping the grip here was the tough thing. And they got it really good. They even gained time on me there, and I think that my PB had good compared to the other ones. But interestingly, with my PB, it got 63rd. With 3/10 behind, I got such a good position on just such a simple map. And that was my discovery run, and it ended up in 63rd. I'm a little bit surprised, because I drove this in the discovery also just after very few minutes, if I remember correct. Barely anyone played that. But then you have other maps, like LoL-based maps, and everyone plays this. For example, this one. Here, I actually had to do a bit of work. And I was wondering if I could actually also get world record here, if I had everything clean. But yeah, let's check if Dara is doing the same strat than me. Also my strat is now this. Bumper, you jump through this checkpoint, and now it's all about getting this better. With the hairpin into this reactor boost. This combination, the start flip and then into the hairpin. And that's the question. So they are also doing that. Yeah, we got it better. Exosome is doing something else. Okay, we'll have a look at Exosome as well, but first of all I want to see what Dara pressed. He immediately goes to 80%, action key 4, steering, stops steering, steers now full, goes as close as possible, and then he brakes. He even brakes. And he still steers to the right. As my strategy that worked for me was that I steer to the left before I hit the bumper. He and Even had exactly this kind of turn. You see that my direction of the car is very different. And they land here on their nose. Exosome actually... Exosome managed to get the reactor boost. And that's the reason why he was... First of all, way too fast for this hairpin now, but why the other line actually could work, because he did get... I mean, Dara surely also would have taken that if he got it. He would have also liked to get reactor boost. You can still make the corner surely. yeah, what was exosomes? He steers to the right after a certain time and then to the left. He did exactly what I did. But yeah, somehow he managed to get that jump. I never had that jump. Through the checkpoint onto this. And he even bumps a little bit. Ah, he doesn't take the bumper there. Boah. Das war almost enough actually for him. So now... That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I see Emilius in fourth. Uh-oh. Also, not many people have gotten what they did. I don't know yet what they got. But generally this was a small full speed map with a few transitions. $10 gifted subs out of nowhere? Yo, thanks a lot. Crazy. Okay, then let's go to 5th place and see what he did. Would already better start. But that's of course not the full reason. Ah, they got that. Yeah, I was actually also saying it in my discovery, I just remember it now. Because you always land so much on your nose, you could possibly do the Noseboost that Giuliano also did in the other week. And like he got it. Like look at this. He lands, right steer, left steer and right steer again, and he got the, like, you have to watch it from my perspective, you know? You have to watch it from my perspective. So far it's rather close. Yeah. Okay. And the others probably just got it better. Here's Emilius. Do I note it down and cut off the year? It's not really a cut, but it's like an interesting trick. Ach hey. Oh my god, is he fast! Ay. He cannot even jump into the... What is this? This is good. He doesn't even make 3 nose boosts, it's just 1. No, it's actually more. But does he even still touch? He's still doing the inputs, but is he even on the surface there? But that every normal player would have probably air braked now and stopped the rotation. Or at least here now stop the rotation. Anything, you know? But he just is like, yeah, I just land like this. And how does it even work? How does he from here get to the finish? Crazy. What a save. But it shows how much potential there still is. Quick? Quick is doing nose boosts? Yeah, this is the most normal looking one, to be honest. The others were like absolutely not controlled. Quick literally just got it here and just drove. Normal. But now Nico Ita is probably combining the wild strats, but then with a direct finish without speed loss before. Gets also an amazing start, the best start of everyone in the top 5. Ja, also he had not the best nose boost. Best nose boost clearly goes to Ronea in 3rd place. But he is up here still, he is still ahead of the others and he jumps mega low. And somehow, also he does get a bit of a slowdown, but it's not as bad. Like here he does get a slowdown, but he had so much speed before that it is actually still fine. Interesting. Yeah, and then we have this, everyone is mega close together, of course. And this is what I meant with people hunt that so much. What did they figure out? How do they gain that much? He is doing an action key 1 strat in the moment that he... yeah, before he lands, like here he starts. Also they do full speed. I was doing this air brake there. That's very confusing, but yeah, they found out a better start. Of course. Obviously, the world record has to have something like... I actually also had that. I actually once had that. I completely forgot, but in my discovery I had that. That I once ended up flipping and I got the speed boost. I was also ahead of my PB. The question is, can you actually bring that into the finish? Because he has now so much speed and then getting the perfect jump here, the perfect release is like very difficult. And the others are getting it slightly better than him, because he lands now when the red boost is already starting, with the front wheel is just going down. The others get a bit more speed and catch up, but he gets the record with this. That's crazy, like, my run was also good, I would say. But it's barely in the top 1000, like everyone hunts that, but map 2, like, I definitely could have improved my time if I wanted. Because I only played it for a few minutes, but it was good enough for position 60. It's very interesting how different that is. Okay, so, yeah, and here from the top 5, also we had of course, yeah, no, we have actually Soapball did not make it into the top 5 despite having this world record. Nico Ita made it, Dara made it, Wosai had the other 2, and Exosum has surpassed 3 winners of maps here just by consistency. Because Exosum, naja, he's 2nd here, he's 4th here, and he's 3rd here. So he has 3 very good results. And this is how he actually managed to reach top 5. So now we go into the new maps finally. Nah. JK Test, you dropped these positions in the last day a lot still. Like, you cannot plan that. There were now different options. Okay. Ah, this is where the... If you land super early, that's the question for me now. If you land super early, and I cannot make this. Can I? I don't think so. Question for me is, when I land super early, would I still be able to keep grip here? But probably not. Yeah, let's try other things first. For example, jumping down here and going this way. Yeah, this is gonna be fast. .89. I have more speed like this. Ooh, mine! You thanks a lot for the raid. Good job at EWC, even though was not very big points, but at least something. Better than nothing. So I've just started to discover here the maps. Currently on map 1 and testing out the different lines. But it seems to me as if going here gives you more speed. Then I have to check how much better that ends up to be. Good. It's pretty good. Okay. Theoretically, I could just go next now. I mean... So I don't see going around that. I want to test that at least. I don't think that is better. I want to have the same speed so I can compare. Naja, it's not das exact same speed. Hard to say, I don't think that it's better to go around. Are we actually even fast enough for speed slides? Because you need a certain speed beforehand, that is not better. You might be too low in speed for that. Need like 410. This transition here is just really weird to get. So now we can test, kinda. Yeah, it's not a big difference, but I don't think that I do anything wrong when I go over the ramps. It's all about this transition here. I got it really clean in my Ghost with these ramps into this platform without touching the snow. minimum airtime. This is what you want. I guess I go next. Okay. Have an intro. Better intro than yesterday in the random map together in TMNF. Where in the intro the one guy asked you if you would like to watch some of his YouTube videos, and then he gave a link that you cannot click on. That's it. I was really not sure if I should jump into this finish, because nothing happened. As map 2 is usually the slow map. But where's the slow? It's not slow. That's it? That's everything? Oh wait, there's a second finish, I think. But still, even with that second finish, that's it. And the one turn that you have has a horrible gear. Oh man. So how do we go into this finish? Just through this? Just have to try. You didn't even have... you checked even? No. Or... that's not a typical slow map. Which is not a big issue if it would at least be interesting, but... it's literally just one corner, and this one corner is really awful to drive. Oh man. Also the jump is also, like before this corner. The jump is also something. How do I do this the best? Like either I jump extra much so that I land in this downhill kind of. Or I try to somehow keep grip. For that I need to go way to diagonal. I want to know how much slower is this finish actually. Just out of interest because it was not a PB. You could say. Oh, wow. Ja, na toll. Should have just jumped into the center of the finish. This is now unfair. This is unfair. Yeah, so I have the feeling that it's good to just jump. It's also much easier to drive. Just jump and then you land. The wobble comes automatically, but basically I want to, when I land, I don't want to jump again. So I'm kind of over jumping the hill and land then at the start of the downhill. But there's also a gear change, which sucks. Why are so many maps actually close to a sub? Like now many people will actually hunt this for the sub 17. So I know I have to improve. No, that's an equal. I was already behind, but because I'm slower, I'm dropping down earlier. Maybe, as there is a high chance that you can do something at the finish. You know, like, I tried already, because I remembered how Germany lost the first place on the pathfinding map in the TM games. The Schmanuel, how he got sniped at the finish. And I was thinking of something similar here. But earlier it did go really wrong when I tried. Here is some tree, but you don't really know where and what you're... Yeah, I also was wondering if you could use this one log to jump a bit before. I mean, I can try a bit around whenever I'm behind my ghost. Because then I have nothing to lose. This was already a lot better. I decided to release. This was good. I'm 85th now. It was not a very easy way of doing something there. Maybe I can even break. I didn't really get the nose down. It's a bit too far. Yo, 26th. I think I take that. It was by far my best start, I would say. In the ending, I was braking shortly before I went into the finish. Yeah, let's take that. I don't really need to hunt such a map much longer. So map 3, what do we get? mini alleyways. Okay. Number of CPs, 3. One checkpoint is here. And one checkpoint is here. One checkpoint is here. Finish is there. I hope it's the only finish. But if that's the map, it should be solvable rather quick, I guess. Also, first idea, we go to the left. And we obviously drive around here. Now the only question is, how do we go to this checkpoint? It could be that we take a tight corner to stay on that level, because otherwise we get airtime. Then we would approach this checkpoint from here. Then one wall ride, also just staying outside seems to be okay. And then up to the finish. First idea. Ugh. Oh, this was actually annoying. Now what's now the least annoying way to get to that CP is the question. Actually a bit tighter than I thought. So it's number 1. Now we have a ghost to compare with. We got overtaken. I didn't really get it good, but I doubt that this is a good way, but we have to give it one more attempt. Yeah, the ghost is already here, so now the other way. Okay. We don't need the wall ride. But it was also quite obvious that this start here is the best one, as I expected. Upsala. Should end. But now, let's stay with this checkpoint order, but with the difference that we jump here and drive into this checkpoint from the other side. Now the question would be, how do we continue from here? We can go towards the middle. Also we would somewhere here, we would go diagonal, basically. Or even super late. We would go back. Just to pass this checkpoint like this and then into the finish. It's the next thing to try. I mean, now you have to remember that my other one wasn't really great. But then you also see that this is very improvable here. So this is already better. I think it has great chances. this will always be ahead. Okay, I think that has good chances, because if you take this, when you come from here, you have not all too much speed, so makes sense to go like this. Let's test some very different checkpoint orders. I mean, I think we would never start there, or would we? Naja, we could, of course, but not sure if it's nice to do. Yeah, but then this checkpoint is super annoying, so why would we ever do that? And then we are back at the start. No, that makes no sense. So the other option is to start with that CP that is, however, close to the finish, so it's very unlikely as well. I don't even know if I want to try, because you also have that issue with this annoying. I think this is such an easy puzzle, actually. The only interesting thing was that it's better to go straight here, but that's it. I think if I just drive a good run, I'm improving a lot. Now I had no chance to get around, but I was also touching. I mean, I hope that there is no hidden finish. If there is, you're allowed to tell me, because if I have a plugin spoiling me that, or if you spoil me that, it's like a difference. But I doubt that there is. $124th. I almost expected a better position already, to be honest. I noticed one more thing that one could do, which is the turnaround here. That would be just interesting for this other line as an alternative, but you see it's like so far away, and this turning is super annoying as well. Is there anything here? Imagine you could land here without touching the wall, and you just accelerate. That would be crazy. Yeah, something like this, you know. Feels what I almost got that. But is it any faster? I'm not sure. I mean, we still don't have a clean exit, sadly. It's all about this landing now. Oh my god. 79th. I thought that my run beforehand was good already and had good speed, but nope. Nothing against what I just did. No bug finish for me. So it is improvable by jumping further inside into the finish. That matters a lot now on this map. Finish as inside as possible. Can you go anywhere in between here? It's really low. This here. clip. Oh, damn it. Okay, 54th. I kept it slide in the end. It was one long left slide. And it gave me this amazing angle. Oh, I didn't get around. The last one is difficult. Not too bad. Got too much airtime. Start was nice. Do you mean with a contra band? Might be a word that I don't know. Ah. Schmuggelware. A video of fastest strat. Aha. Am I actually not having the fastest strat? I'm 47th. But I would assume the techie probably streamed it. Or Joso at least. One of them. Okay, I mean I played it now long enough. I did my discovery, finished it kinda, this is no hunting, so you can send me. If it's something else than what I'm doing, then I'm interested. What it might be. Because this here is pretty straightforward. Ah, shit. Ah, there was so much more possible. Yeah, but I can improve. I can improve. As you see. I have still like 1 to 2 tenths. That's the thing. And I got 100 of it. Did I already play that map? It might still come. I started with map 1 and 2, now it's map 3. Didn't play 4 and 5 yet. Is the pizza map 5? Got such a speed boost here in the start. I don't know how. Pretty illegal. It's quite tough. You have to land with good speed but still have to get around. Plus I want the inside line. This is okay, but it's not good enough. I have to make ghost off now. Here we go. Yeah, don't get around. I mean, if there was a way to not have this airtime here, to not have this jump, most likely it would be it. But, Oh, don't really see. Schade. Wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. I was ahead in the CP, but I'm not sure if I had the best speed. mean, I have a decent position. Let's do this 1 more minute and then I go next. Surely I will improve in this minute. I will equal within this 1 minute. Amazing. And 200s behind. Let's go. This is the it had chances. Okay, well, let's go next. I can hunt at some other point. We don't really get alt cars that much anymore. Also normal tracks with alt cars, you know, just driving maps. They are still appearing as LoL map, maybe. But normal driving maps, we didn't have that many. Oh my god, this map is so basic. Now the big question is, can you overjump that freewheel? I assume yes. Close. Very close. I want to figure out what is faster. Left or right? Probably left. Ach. Oh! Yeah, of course. Ach, Mensch. It surprised me. And now I also overjumped it. They actually, I did not see the booster, but I realized, oh, the tree is not blocking everything, and then it's obviously faster to go directly to the left and to not go late to the left. So, no, but I have not seen the booster at all. It was just a coincidence that it's there. Just made sense, like even without the booster would have been better to go early to the left. Hello, thank you. Nah. As if... Yeah, why did that not work? The turn is really annoying. Especially this map also only consists of 2 corners. It's like very, very simple. It's the whole week is like that. Like everything is so simple. Okay, I have an incredible one. And I don't know why. I really don't know what I did, but I'm 34th now. This was pure randomness. I just got speed, and then I even get this landing here good, and that's it. The map is over. Yeah. This map 4. And now we go to map 5. And this is pepperoni pizza. Okay, so this is actually map 5. Let's see what my PP will be. Oh no. Oh no. Help. Help, help, help. Hello Yuki Tanaka. So, also, 2 checkpoints, I have to take them both. I get a reactor up, and then I jump to somewhere. And surely there is... Okay, this leads to no finish, you cannot really finish from here. Oh no. Ugh. This is the easiest finish on this road. Okay, I think I will just... I go into this with no strat. Very simple. Just no strat and bum. Also, I'm not really a fan of reactor maps. In the moment that there's reactor, it's just... But the question is, do you even want to do something like this? Looked like you could do something with this. Now it would be very helpful if I was a reactor player. But this here had potential, I think. no PB sadly. Question is, maybe I should first of all try a very simple line. Before I try something completely random. Simple line would be really just doing this. Question is, where do I want to land? I also don't get that very clean all the time. Ah, look, but this is decent. Yeah, amazing. 1600. I'm not surprised that people cook on this again. Same finish. Oh, that's sadly slow. Because it's reactor up, it's not fast to do this. Oh, exactly there is obviously no finish ring. Can do that, but how can I finish from there? I don't think that I can. Very bad. Huh? How did I do this? Ach, here. Because this all doesn't lead to a finish, you know, that's the issue. Like, even the safe way isn't safe to get a good flight. Oh, also, I don't know, the setup is so strange. Could I have done something? Why is my nose pointing downwards so much? Imagine you make this jump. Also on this map I'm clueless, like whenever there's reactor I'm clueless. I had earlier one soup, that soup looked very good, but now look, my nose is going down by that much, like my run is basically immediately dead. The setup into this flight is like so random. But earlier I had one time a pretty crazy soup there. But then sadly there was no ring finish on the far left. Is it, by the way, you, Yuki? The position behind me? Oh, that was close. Oh, okay. Just a coincidence that I'm also placed next to another Yuki. Okay, 2/10. Yeah, made some positions here. It seems like some people do this kind of strat. Maybe. I mean, it's just a safe strat. Of course, the strat has no chance in the ending. Ha! 2 in a row! Sick. can truly improve this by a little bit more, but it won't be top placement. The top players, the top records are truly doing more crazy stuff. And I mean, I had something with the idea of directly jumping onto this and then turning around, but it doesn't fly very fast. That's the issue. It doesn't fly very fast. Like here, my time is already out. Such flights would be fast with reactor down, but not with reactor up. Oh my god. I got some interesting zoops there. But yeah, this is what you want with reactor up. You want zoops, and I cannot really get reactor down here, so need to... I mean, who knows, maybe that is the way. You basically only have to make sure that you somehow bounce, that you get reactor down, you bounce however already, and get some setup into a flight. But even if I would get that, I most likely would fuck up the flight then. Hate it. What time would that have been? $13.40. This is kinda what I'm looking for. The safe strat with one zoop and one aim, which was sadly impossible for me to just aim straight. Oh yeah, that would be it. But the car needs to have a certain rotation in the air to make this possible with a zoop. But yeah, it's quite crazy how much you can gain. And I would assume that I make a lot of positions with that. I really wonder what placement that would be. You do improve a bit. Oh yeah, it would be a very good placement. If a 13.88 is good enough for 241st, what would a 13.4 do? I mean, from the beginning already I was going for exactly this strat, but the angle of the nose when you jump off from the reactor is like so random to me, and if it looks down too much, no chance to get that soup. If it's too tilted like now, I get some soup, but not the very good soup. Now we have again this super low flight. I'm not jumping far enough in that case. I have to overjump this. I'm not getting the same zoop that I had in the other round. Oh, too bad I was not aiming that into the finish. Because I would also stop playing this map now, but then on the other hand, it feels bad when you know that you could have had such a time. Often too tilted. Also, not myself, but my car. This could be good, maybe. Do I make it? It was good, but I didn't get that soup. Now a bunch of rounds. No soup again. I guess you have to jump rather low, but just not too low. I don't remember how that looked like my other run, where I had that great suit. What was this? I have to go somewhere else. If I remember correct, I actually chopped far when I had that soup. Basically like now. I think I was going close to this block there. I'm still jumping too high. You want to be early at the bottom so that you can early soup, I would think. I mean, I have something on the map. It will drop a lot though. I could also just keep it there. Let's do it 5 more minutes. Maximum. Oh, what an angle to jump into this finish. It's so difficult to overcome the platform but not overjump that finish. That's crazy. Yeah, so until 125 is really not a map to hunt for too long. But of course, it sucks a little bit that I had that one opportunity. That one great jump off from the start. It had so much potential. Really wonder what position it will be. But surely there's also some kind of trick where you get even a better, much better time out of it, some 6 soups. Or the idea that I had earlier. If you manage to get reactor down... Should I have made the soup from here? Kinda. If you manage to get reactor down directly from the start, then you fly. I mean, some players would surely figure something out. I got a soup, but it pushes me so far away from that track. On the left there is sadly only one finish, and that one finish is not reachable. Maybe. No. It was a good round, but I did not get that mega soup. Give me one more opportunity. It went a tiny bit too low again. The nose fell down. You can also not soup with the nose facing down. But I still want a low jump. Last try. That was a good attempt. At least I got these 2 runs after each other with 13 seconds, but yeah, it was like the 13.4 would have been nice to have. But even that would probably drop a lot in the end. The other maps I all have in the top 100, some also decent runs for playing only shortly. Overall, the week is not very interesting, to be honest. I guess map 1 is the most interesting of the other 4, because it includes some different ways. I didn't even try that much yet. There might be even better ways possible, I don't know. I played it now very shortly, but yeah, most of the maps are pretty basic and have only like 1 or 2 parts, and that's it. There's nothing more to do. And map 5 is then a pure luck map for me. It is a proper LoL map, but I cannot do any good position on this, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, let's maybe have a short look if I still have the record here. Seems like I have. But let's do another improvement on it. One-tenth behind? What? Seen it for the first time now. This map here is a recreation of the Formula 1 track from Turkey. So at the moment we don't have races there, but in some years we had, especially around Corona. Turkey was helping out when we had a race. But also, it's a bit longer ago, but Vettel and Webber had a very famous Red Bull crash between 2 teammates on this track. And in my discovery before Cup of the Day, first of all, didn't notice because I also never look at web names and so on, but at the end of this long straight here, the last 3 corners, so especially this, then with the pit entry here, and this, and how it looked here, I immediately realized, and then I checked the name of the track, and I was like, yeah, of course, that's Istanbul. Even though I don't really know where exactly this map is located. It's called Istanbul, but how close is it actually to Istanbul? I don't know. I'm getting overtaken up by my ghost. What? Also by my PB and then. This one ghost was pretty in the way. No, I'm still there. One lap, I don't have anyone in the way in the first corner. Crazy. Couldn't really decide between inside and outside there. That's not good. That's really bad. We restart. Cars were now pretty annoyingly in the way. Okay, I got a 97 start. Best that I could get so far. Well, minus 12. It's worth something. Not toll. If you want to know, there are some information here. Ghost will enter the pit lane twice to reduce traffic. Ghost will stick to the middle of the racetrack. The challenge is to get below 830, which I got already. It seems to me very random if I get 96 or 97. I guess that 96 on my pit as well. Would be important in the seeding of the Grand Enduro. Now I got it. Minus 124,000, I say. Oh, 134. I was close. Okay, my best start so far. Is where I overtake these ghosts. But this was awful. This ghost was... I didn't know what to do. Also the ghosts, they try to be nice by always being in the middle, but it is not necessarily easier. Because the ideal line that you drive goes of course always outside, inside, outside. Ah, now we have the 124. It goes always outside, inside, outside, and you cross the path of these ghosts then multiple times in one single corner. That ghost was also in the way, but I made it. That ghost was quite annoying. Oh, down to minus 3/10 only. Didn't think that it would be that bad. are now equal. What the heck? Scheiße. Ah. Ghost was faster than I hoped. Can I get this ghost? Yeah. So there are also many crucial parts where you don't want to have a ghost in your way. But it's unavoidable, it does happen at some point. And this exit is one of those parts. into the last lap I'm losing my lead. Can I overtake back? Close. No, this ghost was in the way. Ah. Probably my PB was able to overtake that ghost before it's in the way. Okay, I have a much better start now, holy moly. I could see it being possible to get a 7 minutes time when you have no ghosts, at least, like then in the Grand Enduro race, that someone would drive that at Bosal. And this is like the Bosal map. How quick. Has like Team FL vibes. Question is, can you get it with ghosts as well? Like they have to really be positioned in your favor, that you are not getting held up at all. Yeah, this was bad for example. I don't know what to do with such a ghost there. Oh my god. If I have a ghost in the last turn, like what do I do? Ja, my lead is gone. What can I say? That was close. New records. Silent is also hunting. Yeah. Makes fun, such a map. But as nice as he wanted to be with having the ghost driving all the time middle so that you can overtake inside and outside, yeah. But still, they are in the way. Like you have some, you can predict a little bit where they go, but still sometimes you have like just no option. There are some spots where it's like really bad. And it's bad because they, at the exit of a turn, go back to the middle. That's especially the exit of the corners that are problematic. Like after the apex, but I slipped away from my stick. Sorry, Nicola, yeah, kind of. I'm getting now the 97 pretty consistently. Couldn't have been any closer. Damn. I wonder if you could actually go inside of the close that I just touched. Probably you want. Slipstream? Boom. Not again. Let's see how this evolves with plus 1.3 seconds. Face ghosts, of course, at a different spot. Okay. Failed a slide here. was a sick exit speed now. Few more laps. those last 3 laps, the ghosts are always on the bad part. But it's fine. Decent lap. There we go. I don't know why I get now the prestige skin. But 805.0. That was a clean run, I would say. Pretty clean run. Obviously can still be improved as always. Here and there some ghosts were still in the way. Maybe if you get a bit faster then you get them still in better positions. But it was nice. Good run. But yeah, the sub 8 minute is... also with Ghost it's difficult. But it is definitely doable. And I'm pretty sure in the Grand Enduro it will be done. What's my position? 44th. I need to improve. Let me check. No, I didn't realize that. Could look into it. At one moment. I did not notice that. It's a multi-lap. I don't see anywhere the lap counter. But is it the case, yeah? Okay. Yeah. So if this is also... then I would just try what I just did. Sure if that's really better though. Doubt it. Was my first idea here. Realized you could go through this. It's still a lot of airtime though. I did a 0.9. I'm too, naja, close to 3/10. behind my ghost in this very early attempt. And I just realized, what if I go here? But that's very difficult. But you could. Because then I see chances. But I could also with the line of my ghost no, it's too slow. Oh, but this works. Yeah. Might be that I can improve. I mean, I could also improve my ghost still, driving wise. Oh, it is faster. It is faster. And what is actually with this? If you're very lucky. $20 seconds. But why do I don't see lap 1 of 1 somewhere? Is this then not a multi-lap, but there is like a finish gate somewhere? No, I don't see a finish gate. Must be a multi-lap then, but where's my... Yeah, but how can you hide that? Is that possible? I wonder if I do the correct strat now. But chance is high. Some small details where I could think, maybe. As if there was a counter lap 1 of 1, I probably would still have missed it. But I'm really confused that there is none. But I also don't have it installed. I hope not. If there are, then it's a bad map. Oops, wrong button. Also, there's a good chance that it's the world record route, I would say. Ah, that's annoying, it's a whole slide. The start here is quite difficult to hit well. As you can see. Yeah, now it goes over. Sadly, this is a little bit luck-based. Ah, 16:05. Also, you want to have a 15 seconds time. You want to get this up. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can normal slide it. I neo slide anyway. So I neo slide everything, no matter which corner. So I didn't really try to not neo slide, but I'm sure it's you have to actually. Yeah, you have to. issue here is, with that section, that you get a little bit of airtime from this block, but then you drop again lower, you drop down again exactly where the gap is. If this was flat platform, then I'm pretty sure you would just make this, you would just levitate from this platform to this platform. But the issue is that we lift up a little bit and then we fall down exactly where that hole is. But you can jump a little bit over it, like this here, you know? It's like what you have to try, I guess. You can also be lucky and it just works without trying to jump like that. So, yeah, seems to be then very luck based. If you try to stay flat, like if you try to drive around this curve so that you kind of stay flat, then you have a really bad angle over that edge. That's a bit annoying because it's at the end as well. Too much of a jump. Actually, I almost could have waited there. Minus 22, I just want to say. Minus 22. It was already fast enough. There's not really a good way to this checkpoint that you want to take as last. Ah, this is a 97. But there is no good way. If you take it from as last CP, you come from here, and either you come from this, then you have to like turn around, and if you come from here, then you have this super annoying like jump. So it's like you want to take it in the start because of that. Tried too much to get around the curve. Did it with my ghost, yeah? I literally first tried it. That ending. Okay, that's something. 15th, but it was still not so great. Yeah, but it's a way further way that you would drive. If I now have to drive to the other side... I mean, I can show, but I travel so much more distance like this, you know. 4 seconds behind. There's actually no need to change the current line. The ending is extremely fast that we have. It only has to work. But it's an extremely fast ending. We even can go diagonal. We can go full speed diagonal. That's actually a dream to do that. There's nothing wrong with that ending for pace. Your creative of the day. Again, a very weird physics combination, like a bit of water, a bit of ice, and then we also add some free beer. Be nice to get a sub 16. Let's go. Didn't get the gear early enough. Let's make the ghost off. Also, I know if my run is good or not. Like if I hit that exit clean, then it's good. I need to keep grip, of course, and early on the throttle. Let's say away from the brake. Yep. I am. This would have been in 0.99 and I was 1400s behind. Okay, now I know there's even more possible. Oh, damn it! Did I survive this once? Oh my god, that was a sick one. I don't know, I cannot survive it in any good attempt. Never mind, I can. It's now top 10 and it's a high loss, actually. But I know from earlier that I can also drive a 0.8. For example, was 500 the front. Good night. I'm pretty sure they have the same route. At least some of them. So I can still get faster with this line by 100. And if I'm lucky in the right moment. Like at the moment I'm just not super lucky with this one ending there. Hundreds ahead, but denied. Oh, minus 14 in the finish. Start was amazing. The last run. Is there more backseating than that? Also is there more different stuff actually? Am I not doing the correct line now? Okay. Yeah, I'm interested then. What is it if it's not what I'm doing now? Because I am 8th. So, You can take inside corner on the turn with slopes. Do you mean this here? Or do you mean this here? Or no, that's not. Big slopes. Do you mean this? Yeah, true. I've not even thought about it yet. That's still a pre-drift. Okay, so it gets a little bit more random. Even less time to do that slide there. It was already difficult. But I do have to pre-drift it, right? Because otherwise I really didn't get around. Yeah, I'm also doing that. Are you on 5th? I see. I was wondering if it would be possible to go here. That's probably not. Hello, TV. Ah. Yo, thank you. I wonder if the sub is possible on the weekly grind. god, what am I doing? The focus is going really bad now. You have barely any time until that apex. Was not good enough. I did get the gear change too late. Oh, hey. Just one extra challenge to survive. But obviously it is better, it is faster if you survive it. It's like definitely better. That's the thing, maybe the ghost cars will always be in the way. But in the Grand Enduro, maybe Wosal is beating the sub after 10 laps during the race. If he plays, I guess he will play. But with ghosts, always tough. They are quite in the way on that map. In several sections. There are so many parts where you have to hope that you don't have a ghost in front of you. Wait. Ah, I managed to see the comparison. I lost speed with it. I don't know. I think I just keep it with my current position. It's not bad. Yeah, exactly. Also, there are parts in the middle of that S-turn where it's fine to have other ghosts, but you definitely won't want them in exactly the middle of the two turns of the chicane or at the exit. Like, that's so bad. If there is a car at the exit, it just loses you that much. But during the apexes, also exactly where the apexes are, that's fine. They are not in the way. You can just go inside of them. But it's always the exit is the problem, because the map author intended that the ghosts are always driving middle, which is of course nice, because at the apex you have an easy way to overtake them. You know you can go either inside or outside, no problem. So far so nice. But this middle-ish driving is an issue at the exit of the corners, because they are always crossing your line. So in basically every corner, I also struggled with the finish corner a lot. Also, if they are there at the wrong if I have the wrong timing there, they could be really in the way in the finish corner. I lost some runs there. So there are a bunch of corners where it's not so great. But those are the main issues, I would say.